Hello, welcome to the second lesson of today. Okay, so open your notebook, please. Page 100. Okay, here it is talking about paragraphs of contrast. In a paragraph of contrast, you write about the differences between two texts. You can use facts and descriptive words to show differences. You can also use words that show contrast, such as but and however, and expressions such as in contrast. So, part 18, read. Read about tortoises and turtles. How does the writer show differences? Underline the verbs and expressions. Okay, so like this, we will find but, however, and in contrast in the text. Let's have a look at them. Okay, let's read first. Tortoises and turtles. Tortoises and turtles begin their lives on land. The mothers lay their eggs in holes and cover them up to protect the eggs. But after that, baby tortoises and turtles' lives are very different depending on the kind of tortoise they are. The baby tortoises crawl away to live in woods, swamps, deserts, grasslands or deserts. In contrast, the baby turtles crawl to the sea to live their lives in the water. Tortoises and turtles look different too. A tortoise's shell is hard, high, and round. When they are afraid, they hide in their shells. However, a turtle's shell is softer and flatter. They can't hide inside, but they can swim away really quickly. When cold weather comes, tortoises dig holes in the ground and sleep all winter. They are too slow to move to warmer places. In contrast, turtles simply swim away to find warmer waters. Okay, I want to give you some time to find them, find the contrast, then please give the answers. Yes, now let's look at the answers. Okay, here we can, when we read the sentences, firstly we understand that it starts with but and it's giving the contrast. For example, the mothers lay their eggs in holes and then cover them up to protect the eggs. But after that, and after this time, it's giving the opposite ones, the contrast. It continues like this, and again, in contrast. Here you can underline in contrast. Again, it's giving the contrast. There is a sentence here. Tortoises and turtles look different too. This sentence is also giving the contrast. Also, the sentence is starting with the however. It's giving another contrast. The next one is but again, and there is comma before but. And the last one is in contrast. Okay, there is a sentence before it. It can be positive, and if it is positive, and if we use the contrast ones, that means the next sentence is going to be negative. Or if you start negative ones after the contrast, it should be positive. Okay? So if you finished, we can pass the other one. Okay, part 19. Write about warm and cool corals. How are they different? Use words and expressions that show contrast. Okay, I prepared something for you. Let's look at it. You can write your answers too. It's mine. Okay, let's look. Alright, there are different types of corals in the sea, but I like the warm corals best. They live in the sunlight zone of the sea, but cool corals live in cold places. Some corals, like warm ones, eat plants. For example, they eat algae. In contrast, some other corals, like cool ones, eat tiny animals such as plankton. Cool corals need to find a place where it is moving water. However, warm corals are lucky. Their zone doesn't force them to find a place. Okay, I'm giving you some time. You can stop the video and find the contrast. Then I will give you the answer. Well, let's look. The first one is but, because it says here that there are different types, but I like the warm corals best. That means I like all the corals, but the best one is warm corals. And it contains, they live in sunlight zones of the sea. Warm corals live in sunlight zones of the sea, but cool corals live in cold places. They live in somewhere else. Okay, some corals, like warm ones, eat plants. For example, they eat algae. In contrast, some other corals, like cool ones, eat tiny animals such as plankton. Okay, so warm corals, they eat algae, but in contrast, cool corals, they eat plankton, they eat animals. Okay, so the next paragraph, cool corals need to find a place where it is moving water. So that means they need moving water. Cool corals need moving water. However, warm corals are lucky. Their zone doesn't force them to find a place. So after the however, it's giving the reason. Okay, so you can write it, or you can write something else and you can send it to me, then I can check your writing. Okay, let's pass the other part of the book. Part 20, work in a group, share your writing. I'm waiting for your writings. You can send me on the email, okay? So let's pass the next page. On this page, National Geographic Mission, Protect the Sea. Why must we protect the sea? Discuss. We can make a speaking part with it later. And work in small group. What can you do to help? Discuss your ideas and write the best ideas in the box. You can write them here. And get together with another group. Share your ideas. Are they the same or different? Which idea does everyone like best? Okay. And with every drop of water you drink, every breath you take, you are connected to the ocean. No matter where on earth you live, taking care of the ocean means taking care of us. Sylvia, okay, oceanographer, exploring residence. Okay, there's a video, let's watch it.
Now let's meet Sylvia Earle, National Geographic Explorer in Residence and Oceanographer.
I'm Sylvia Earle. I'm an oceanographer, explorer in residence at the National Geographic Society. I've had the joy of being able to explore many parts of the ocean around the world. Only about 5% of the ocean has ever been seen at all, let alone explored. It should be fun to go be an explorer, and every kid has the potential to be an explorer. The idea is to try to protect the blue heart of the planet, the ocean.
Okay, we watched the video. Please complete this part yourself. Now let's pass the next page. Make posters and cards about the ways to help sea animals. Research information, make posters, make cards to hand out, invite people to a community cleanup at your event, take photos for a school newspaper article or posters about why it's important to protect coral reefs. And after this unit, you can identify sea life, describe characteristics of sea life, talk about protecting the sea. You can write a paragraph of contrast. Okay, let's look at the example of the poster. Okay, save the corals. Reefs and corals are an important resource. Scientists use reef animals to develop medicines. It is an example, so I'm waiting for your posters or cards. Okay, it's your homework this week. I'm waiting of it. Okay, now please look at page 169. There are stickers, and also on page unit 6 stickers. Please find them and stick, okay? And after, just I want to remind you that your homework, this is your homework. Please go ahead and send it to me. Send the photos on email, please. And see you next week. Goodbye, take care, have a nice weekend. Bye bye.